This week, Shinso going in for the mind wipe by My Hero Academia. So what's up guys, Foxen here. You're getting a wrap up for the first A-class versus B-class matchup. Last time you saw Froppy times 3, what the hell was up with that? Turns out everyone's theory or guess has been confirmed. Froppy just used her sticky stuff to mask the scent of the other two. No new clones coming in at all. It wasn't a new move. Turns out it did prove to be pretty effective. It totally tricked Beast Boy. Or did it? Even though Beast Boy thought it was Froppy times 3, he did notice the difference in their movements. So there's that. As for one of the other remaining guys on the B team, the Scales guy. I doubt we've ever seen this guy and definitely not his quirk before. So it turns out he has a scale type of quirk, so it could be used for both offense and defense. At first glance, he's starting to sound like a slightly different Kirishima. What makes him unique though would be the weaker defense, but in return he's got this long range capabilities. You know, with that scale Gatling shooter. Anyway, as for Froppy here, Froppy going in for the attack. On top of that, putting the camouflage technique into use. Froppy really reminded me of Greninja here. Then, a little bit later, Froppy throws Mr. Scales from B class. Just how many times have you seen her chuck someone? What the hell is up with Froppy's superhuman tongue strength? She's way too good at using that. As for Vine Lady Ibara this chapter, she's gone all out with her moves to match her goddess appearance. I mean, with names like Shield of Faith, and then you have Crucifixion, which is a capturing move. Although she doesn't limit that to herself. She's calling Beast Boy here the Beast of Revelations. Really? Recently she's been appearing so villain-like. I'm betting she's gonna go right next to Gang Orca when she goes pro. You know, being a top hero that looks like villain material for sure. Next up, Kaminari. So a lot of people counted this guy out in the past, but this chapter you see him coming up with his own predictions and plans. Kaminari once lost to the Vine Lady, so why not take advantage of that fact? She's bound to be overconfident, so try to find an opening there. Oh, and I like how Kaminari is still good with using that dual disc of his. Next up, one of the highlights of this chapter, Shinso. Right here we have him showing off some Eraserhead type of moves. So it's been confirmed Aizawa has been training Shinso. I do wonder for how long? A few months? Weeks? I mean, he has quite the catching up to do. It is interesting to see that he's not just full of himself. He openly admits to being behind Kaminari's knowledge and experience. And it turned out that Shinso ended up being a key player to the remaining team's success. He totally made Vine Lady fall for his trick. Great thing too, since she was seeming a little too overpowered. At the same time, the other two B-class guys that remained had their communication completely axed. So goodbye to a piece of teamwork. Like a lot of you and I expected, Shinso will have to transform himself to something similar to Deku when battling villains. He's gonna have to analyze the situation, perhaps even more, just to get that opening, then it's game over whenever his brainwashing lands. Shinso better get more training from Eraserhead for combat. And talk about training, hey Deku, why don't you do something similar? I'm sure All Might knows a few heroes that he could call a favor on. As for the conclusion, Class A for the win, coming back after their terrible start. Either way, after this matchup, I'm even more hyped to see Deku vs Shinso round 2. Although on the way there, I do hope the other battles are fleshed out instead of skipped for anime only territory. You know, since that'd be like 2 years away. Anyway, let me hear from you now. Question of the day. What do you think of Shinso and his team's win? Was Shinso the MVP? Or did you like Froppy or Kaminari better? And how about the B-class guys? Did they go down too easy? Anyway, be sure to smash that thumbs up and subscribe. Right now I'm covering My Hero Academia Season 3 and the manga weekly. Don't forget to check out my other weekly Attack on Titan videos, including breakdowns for Season 3. My latest in-depth look at Hanji is out. Definitely check that out, hit bell notifications, and I'll see you guys later.